My guest is a distant relative of mine. We are connected because we come from the same continent. Even though we're miles away, that's my brother. We connected on Instagram, and I don't want to say much. Since he's here, I will allow him to introduce himself. The camera is yours, my brother.
Hello, my brother. My name is Daryl Hodge. I'm 30 years old. I live in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and I too sweat excessively, very excessive, very excessive. I'm currently on a walk right now, and I feel it coming shortly. So as I speak, I'm sure it'll be coming down. I believe I have I sweat everywhere, but I guess I definitely have the what do you call it, the focal or the facial sweat. That's probably the most uh, obvious, the most obvious you'll see on me. It'll start my face right on my forehead and come down, man. And so it's just one of those spots that you can't really hide. It's again, it's very belittling, it's very embarrassing, very annoying. It takes a toll on your social life. Sometimes you feel like you can't come out to that that afternoon cookout because it's a little too hot. You want to wait until the evening, maybe about 6 o'clock. Me for myself, or it's times I'm playing basketball with my friends or having some outdoor sports, and I'd like to believe I'm in great shape, but for my appearance, you would think I was suffering and dying just because of the sweat alone, the way it looks. So it's very embarrassing, but I'm in tune with myself. I know who I am. We all have our struggles. I believe maybe this struggle could be tied into my purpose, or maybe this struggle could help me reconnect to the next person. I like to believe I had the worst condition of hydrosis because again, my face, man, you can't hide that. It's hard. Maybe with your hands, you probably could wipe something. Maybe with your armpits, you probably could put something there. But the face, man, for me, my opinion, the face is just, oh man, it's hard to hide. I could have a nice fresh haircut and still feel the need to wear a hat so it can absorb some of the sweat that's coming from the focal, from my hairline. So, there's another example of that. And yeah, man, I'm learning to deal with it, man. I don't let it control me too much, but I have my own strategy of how to go about it. Again, like wearing a hat sometimes when I know it's really hot outside is one of my techniques, and uh, I usually wait till it's a little cooler. Uh, I make sure I have a nice shirt. One of the shirts is probably not 100% cotton, maybe a little polyester, maybe a little something lighter, so it won't feel so tight and I can actually breathe. Sometimes some shirts, man, are so tight and so heavy and so cotton and so thick that it makes my situation even worse with the sweat. So I have to wear certain type of shirts that's really loose and lean and I can breathe through. Um, yeah, man, hydrosis is something, man, but I don't let it stop my life. I have a beautiful wife. I have a beautiful little girl. I have a nice, strong, small social life that I like, and I'm still very active. I try to look at the positives of it. I don't really get sick too often. I can't tell you the last time I had a cold or the last time I was congested or anything like that. But if I was sick, the fact that I sweat so much may be a benefit to that. Get all that out of your system that much quicker. Uh, you're clearly sweating it out. So maybe that's a pro to having this problem of hydrosis. That's the way I try to look at it. I try to look at the positives of it. So I feel like I don't get sick as much because of it. I'm constantly sweating out whatever the germs could be. Also, I used to run track. I'm a mid-distance runner. I run the 800, and that's 2 laps around the track. And I believe that my sweat kind of contributes to me cooling down while I'm running those 2 laps, which helps me to run longer and it helps my endurance. It helps just to cool my overall body down. So that's another positive way I look at it. Um, I think those two things are one of the biggest contributors of how I look at it in a positive way. Again, I don't get sick. I really don't. I believe it's because of the fact that I sweat so much, and it cools me down when I'm running my long distance running. So those two positives are what really helped me through and motivate me to go forward with my life and don't let it hinder me.
You know, as Africans, because we are all Africans, we are connected. And one
Yes,
thing
sir.
with us is we hardly talk or address issues that affect us. We don't address, especially health issues. We don't talk so much about it. We tend to keep everything to ourselves, right? So
Yes, sir.
since you're like the perfect person to address hyperhidrosis in the African American community, my question to you is, how prevalent is hyperhidrosis in the African American community? How is it?
Um, that's a really good question. I believe that, like you said earlier, people are so private that it's hard to have a substantial answer because I have yet to met anyone in my peer group that has hydrosis or sweats excessively. I haven't had anybody other than yourself that I could talk to about the situation, and I've looked. I have looked. I looked around, and we got Instagram and Facebook. I think a lot of people are very private about that, and it's very understandable. But it makes it hard to have dialogue like this and have other people that you can confide in and converse with and tie in different experiences with when everybody's being so silent about it. Even myself, I know how hard it is. I mean, me and you spoke a couple times through Instagram, and this was supposed to happen a while ago, but I was a little reserved on my end because I was a little nervous. I put myself out there and speaking about it. But now I'm at a point where I feel like I'll be doing myself and the world a disservice if I don't talk about it because I noticed that I'm not the only one who has this problem. And it wasn't until literally recently, maybe about a year ago, I literally started to see little commercials about hydrosis, like literally over a year ago. So a lot of people don't talk about it. It's not a big thing where people like to bring it up. They're so silent that I couldn't even tell you if this is something that's prevalent in the United States or not. Everybody's so silent about it. I still feel like that 1%, but I know it's others, but in my 30 years here, I have yet to face anybody with the same problem. So I would like to say it's a little hard to answer that one. I know it's here. I know we are. There's some people who have it, but they're so quiet about it that I couldn't even give you a number or give you any type of format as to how significant it is over here in the United States. But I know I'm not the only one. So this video is going to help. This video is going to help hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people. I know it is.
When I decided to share my story back in 2018, I shared my story on national TV for the first time.
Okay. I did see that. Yes, sir.
I addressed hyperhidrosis, and immediately after the interview, a lot of people reached out. And
wow,
the messages that came in, that was streaming in, people were like, finally, I thought that I was alone. I thought I was the abnormal one in the family. I thought I was crazy. I thought I was the outcast.
Yeah.
So from 2018, now we're in 2020. I can tell you this, a number of people have reached out.
Wow.
Starting with Kenyans. Again, we also do have Kenyans who still don't have that awareness on hyperhidrosis, and that's why I'm pushing and bringing all these stories and reaching out. But the numbers are there. One of the major hindrances is the lack of awareness. And the awareness also stems from the people who have this condition. Like for yourself, you have cranofacial hyperhidrosis, which you sweat a lot from your face and scalp. There are those who sweat on, there are those who have cranofacial, palmar hyperhidrosis, axilla for the armpits, and plantar for the feet. And it extends to other areas. And there are areas where people are too embarrassed to talk about. And the difference, it's easy to spot the difference. I have done interviews with other races. I've done interviews with Caucasians, with white people, and they are vocal about it. They talk about it. And I know that I have African Americans who I consider my relatives who are out there
Yeah.
going through the same thing, but they don't know where to start and who to talk to. You cannot talk about hyperhidrosis. You cannot address your everyday struggle, your everyday challenge to someone who doesn't understand what you go through and what you face.
Yeah.
Because the moment you mention sweat, they dismiss it. And that's why with the situationship is like it's a family. It's a family. I don't do groups, I do family. Situationship is a family where anyone is welcomed, whether you're in the US, you're in Asia. It doesn't matter where you are. Just as long as you reach out to HAK, Hyperhidrosis Awareness Kenya, you are part of our family, and we want to listen to you. We want to understand where you're coming from, because one thing I know for sure, there are people who have serious mental issues, and we are talking of anxiety, depression, and stress because of hyperhidrosis. It's an everyday struggle. It's an everyday problem, and it can take a toll on you psychologically. So first and foremost, I want to commend you, my bro, for speaking out. You're speaking out about hyperhidrosis, and it starts from there. It starts from you speaking out. Someone is going to watch this video, they're going to reach out to you because they have seen someone who's speaking about it, right? So
yes, sir.
I know there is indeed an African American community out there. It's just that they don't know each other and they don't know where to start or who to connect with. And you are the perfect person at this juncture to bring them together. And don't worry, me, I'm here. If you need my help, I'm here to help. I'm here to help, support you, and to work with you because you're part of this family, right? So you talked about the immediate support system. The immediate support system is comprises of family, friends, loved ones, and spouses, and it also extends to employers, colleagues, and the people within your circle. You have a wife and a daughter.
Yes, sir.
Are they aware of your excessive sweating, and have they given you that support, that therapeutic support?
Yes, sir. They are aware. They're very aware, and yes, they're very supportive. I didn't gross my wife out. You know, I didn't turn her off, or I didn't push her away, or she was she's very understanding. And for the longest time, again, I met my wife before I even knew what to call it, before I even knew what the condition was. So, you know, she'll see me sweat in different situations, in different settings. She's just used to it. She helps me, you know. She'll give me a cold glass of water to cool me down. She'll take me to maybe another shaded area. She'll probably give me the heads up, like, look, it's pretty hot today, and I know how you feel about that. So maybe you might want to come down when it's a little cooler. So she helps me out. She's a great support system. She just really she's not grossed out by it. It doesn't turn her off. I mean, I know it's not the most pleasant thing to look at when it's happening, but she doesn't make me feel any more insignificant than, you know, me already feeling that way because of the condition. She really pushes me and supports me just by helping me. She doesn't do anything more than that. You know, she's right there by my side. She is right there by my side. You know, and that's all the support that I need. You know, that's all I need. I just be there. Be there with me. Help me out. You know, you aware of my situation. Just help out in any way you can. That's what she does in a very subtle, gentle way. You know, she does what she can. And I appreciate that. And I'm glad my condition didn't push her away. You know, I'm a handsome brother, but, you know, that sweat, man, is, I can't blame him. I can't blame him. It's not a pretty sight. But I just appreciate her support. And my little daughter, man, that's, you know, little girls, literally see that I'm sweating, but she'll help. She'll try to cool me down. She'll give me a towel or, help in her a little small way. But they don't make me feel any weird about it. So that support alone is great enough for me.
I need to find out from you. Do you have siblings?
Yes, yeah, yes, sir. Yes, I do. I have two sisters. I'm the oldest.
And apart from you, is there anyone in your family with hyperhidrosis?
Not to my knowledge, sir. My immediate family that I know very well, no. So it has to be someone outside my immediate family that I'm not aware of. But nobody in my immediate family has it, to my knowledge.
Because 2 to 3% of 2 to 3% accounts for genetic hyperhidrosis, and you're born with it, right? It started from early childhood. So
yes, I like to say so. I didn't really recognize it myself till about my adolescence, like around high school time. But again, maybe I wasn't aware of it because, you're a child, you're just running, you're sweating, who cares? But you start to get conscious of it as you get older. So I wasn't that conscious of it until about 16, 17, man. I started to see the difference between my sweating and my peer groups. Mm-hmm. And mind you, I ran track. And still sweating more than everybody else. It was just like, oh, okay, that's something. I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't know what the case could be, but it was obviously noticeable that I was sweating more than my other peer groups. So it's quite the challenge.
And besides your face and scalp, do you sweat in any other areas, any other focal areas?
Everywhere else seems to be about normal, but my face, it's the face. It's really the face. It's really the face. Everything else seems to be about a normal amount of sweat, but the face is, oh man, it's like I jumped in the pool, man. It's like that bad for no reason,
And have you ever used any topical treatments, clinical prescription strength antiperspirants? Because we do have brands that can help you manage cranofacial hyperhidrosis. Have you used any?
No, I have not, sir. I try to look up different treatments and regimens that other people were using, and I try to do my own little research, but nothing seemed to be 100%. Some of the creams that I seen, it didn't seem like it was working, and I surely wasn't getting any type of Botox or anything like that on my face, or getting rid of my sweat glands or anything. So the treatments the regimens that I seen, it didn't seem too ideal for me. So I just previously told myself, like, listen, man, this is something that's going to be a part of you. So you don't have to deal with it. And that's the way I'm dealing with it. It doesn't seem like there's anything 100% that can really stop me from sweating excessively like everybody else. And that's fine. Everybody is different. So, I can live with it. I can live with it. It might be tied into my purpose. Like you said, this video may be the conduit that's going to help other people to speak up and help other people. So I'm perfectly happy to help in my own way with that. But yeah, man, it's tough. It's tough. It's definitely tough. I don't have anybody in my family that I know has it, and nobody in my peer group, man. So I'm really excited to be talking to you and whoever else comes to this platform, because I know we're not alone, as you say. But and even get back to your original question, man, I have not seen a treatment that I feel that will benefit me. So I just took the high road and said to myself, you're 30 years old now, you've been having it since you was 30, so you can live with it. You can make it work. You can make it work. That's pretty much how I'm taking it, man. I work out, I run track, I do things like that, and I look at the sweat as kind of like a blessing. Again, I don't get sick. I have a longer endurance because my body is cooled down, when I'm doing high strenuous workouts. So, that's kind of the pros that I look for, and I take the blessings where I can get it. So to not be sick is a huge blessing, and if the hydrosis has anything to do to contribute with that, then all the better.
And what would be your advice to the African American community, the hyperhidrosis community that we both know they're there, It's just
Yes,
that they
sir.
don't know where to start or who to reach out to. What would be your advice to them?
I would say God doesn't give you anything that you can't handle. I'll say that again. God will not give you anything that you cannot handle. So, if you feel you have this condition, you definitely have everything that's required to be able to, for you to be able to handle it without it crippling in your life. Um, Again, you just got to find the positives. There's positives and negatives in anything and everything. Positive and negative energy in any and everything. So if you look hard enough, if you meditate hard enough, if you think about it hard enough, there is a positive conduit to this condition. You know, if you think about it, maybe we don't get sick as much because we're always constantly sweating things out, sweating all those nasty toxins and things out. You gotta think about it that way, you know, or um, the wintertime, you know, you're a lot more a lot more warmer than everybody else in the room when you're outside. You know, you might work up a sweat, but you know, you're a lot more warmer outside because of the temperature and the sweat and the buildup. So there's a lot of positives. It just you just have to focus on how do you feel like this condition is serving you, because we have it for a reason, and it's our job to find out what that reason is. Whether that reason be to help others, whether that reason to be humble about your own mortality, because we all have different conditions and handicaps and things of that nature. You know, our weakness is also our blessing. You know, if you want to call it a weakness. Again, nobody's perfect. We all have some type of thing we wish we could get rid of. We wish we were skinnier. We wish we were heavier. We wish we was more muscular. We wish we was more attractive. It's a whole lot of things we all fall short in. So nobody's perfect. So nobody's Jesus, last time I checked. So we're all going to come with some type of flaws or shortcomings. So, you know, I let the chips fall where they may, man. I'm not going to let it hinder my life because it's just too much good out here for me to stay indoors because of a little sweat. So, you know, what I do is I just try to reverse it. You know, I work out. I got a good looking body. That kind of the girls they'll they'll take the sweat if the body is looking good and you got the mind and the heart and everything else. The sweat starts to look a little bit smaller. Like, oh, you know what? He sweats a lot, but I love the muscles. I love the heart. I love the brain. I think I can work with those, and it makes the condition look that much more smaller. So I'll just try to do some things to combat it. Make sure I keep my confidence up. That's what I do. That's another reason why I work out. I like to look good. I want to keep that kind of that mind frame. So yeah, I do things that was gonna help me stay confident. So just staying on my workout, staying on top of my look, staying on top of reading, just the things that you're interested in, love doing. Because having this kind of condition, you need some type of affirmation or motivation that's going to really keep you confident despite your situation. So you got to do things that you love to do. It's going to keep you confident. You know, we got to take preventative measures. You know, make sure our confidence stays where it needs to be, whether that be through affirmations, whether that be through whatever you feel like gives you the best version of yourself. And we got to stay that way. So we got to stay motivated. That way, when we're in certain predicaments and, you know, we're sweating, we're not so self-conscious about it. You know, we're like, hey, I sweat, you sweat. We all have problems. You know, we all have shortcomings. We all do. So my advice is just pray, stay confident, find the positives in the situation. As to my knowledge, there's no ideal cure yet, so you're gonna have to live with it. So you gotta find some type of common ground between you, the situation, and God to find out why do I have this condition and how can I use this into the best light. You know, how can I help other people? You know, it's a condition. There's other people with a whole lot of other type of conditions. So we can all sit in that same room, whether you have that condition, we all have some type of condition. So we all have a story. We all have a testimony. We all can testify to different things. So with that puts me in a different room with other people who need that, with another demographic of people. That's another thing too that I like about it, is that I can now sympathize and empathize with somebody else with another condition, whether it's the same condition that I have, hydrosis, or anything else. it makes me that much sympathetic because I know what it feels like to let your condition ruin your social life and fall into other aspects of your life. I know how that goes. So it makes me that much more personable between other people, and be able to help them through their situation. Everybody has to work towards their confidence. Everybody's not there yet, so some people need a little help and a little push, and I feel like I can help out with that front. And that's why I'm here today, man. I seen your platform and I said, why not? I don't have anybody else to talk to about this. Obviously, I'm not the only one, so why not? Why not? So I really appreciate this platform, man. This venting and this being able to speak on this topic is definitely therapeutic for me. I really appreciate it. I really do. Because again, like I said, I don't have anybody else in my peer group that I can talk to about it. And there's people that will sympathize for you, but unless you have it yourself, you can't possibly thoroughly understand just how detrimental and how big it can be on your life. So I love this platform that you had, man. I really appreciate it. I really do.
Thank you very much, bro. I appreciate. But one thing I need to let you know is hyperhidrosis affects both men, and they said it affects both genders equally. But when you look at the ladies or the women, they get hit hard. For instance, if she has a plantar hyperhidrosis, she's sweating on her feet. She can't put on high heels. She can't wear those heels. She can't rock those heels.
Wow.
Right? There's some certain type of clothing that she can't put on if she has a great sweating. So this, I believe that by having this conversation, by shaping these hyperhidrosis conversations, we're helping people. Because there is someone, I assure you, there is someone out there having a hard time, but this video is going to encourage them because they're looking at one of their own talking about it. So I appreciate you for having the courage to speak out and even share your story. There's one thing I know, and I believe that when you share, when you serve with your life, people will accept you, and then they're going to reciprocate. Trust me, I wouldn't be advocating for hyperhidrosis if I didn't have it, because I wouldn't see the need. But because I've lived with it for 33 years, I know the struggles that comes with it, and that's why I want to change. I want to create that paradigm shift, and I cannot do it alone. That's why I need to have this one happy family, this one big family where we can all feel accepted, where we're accepted and no one is there to judge. No one is out there to put us out and say things, mean stuff, or that's why this family is there. And thank you very much. Thank you for accepting our invitation and for doing this. And I have this question: would you consider advocating for hyperhidrosis?
Yes, sir. No problem. Yes, sir. So any way I can, I help. Anyway, yes, sir.
November is the International Hyperhidrosis Awareness Month. There is a conference we are working on, but it's going to be virtual. It's going to be virtual. We're going to do a Zoom video. There is someone working on it. She lives in California. So I'm going to send her your email because I want you to be on board. Since November 6th, I have a cycling event from right here in Kenya, from Nairobi to another county, Nanyuki. We are going to do about 100 kilometers just to raise awareness on hyperhidrosis. And afterwards is when now we are going to have that conference. So I would love for you to be on board. So I will definitely send you an email so that you'll meet others who are just like you, and we can now share our experiences and learn from each other, because we're here to support and we're here to learn.
I feel like your purpose is tied into this, man. I know God is definitely putting his hand on you right now, because this is a platform that needs to be shared.
Absolutely.
Without a doubt. Yes, sir. So you can't lose, man. I really appreciate this platform. Seriously. Thank you so much. I'm glad that we was able to have this conversation and able to bring awareness and able to take it to the next level, man. Really, really thank you. Really thank you. And now I got another reason to get out Kenya, man. I'm coming to see you, man. We're going to meet in person. I'm telling you. I'm going to look up some tickets right now, man. I'm coming out there. I'm telling you, I'm coming.
You're
We'll be
welcome.
Kenya. That's what I'm going to look up.
Umekaribishwa sana. You're welcome. Show up
Oh,
here.
I can't wait.
We're going to visit places, so you're welcome. When you,
Yes.
as soon as you land or you're on your way, just hit me up.
I can't wait, man. I can't wait. So you have all my social media. I'll definitely send you my phone number if need be, contact information, and let's just keep this connection going, man. Anything I can do to support and help, let's keep it going.
Okay.
I'm here. I'm down.
Absolutely. And feel free to invite as many as you can.
Oh, yes, sir.
And trust me, with time, they are going to reach out. They are going to reach out. Even when I started off, I felt like I was by myself. I felt alone. There was a time where I wanted to just, you know what, I wanted to give up. I wanted to just call it quits. But I kept on pushing because people are reaching out. People are reaching out, and I don't take it for granted. And I'm so thankful that I'm able to help people out. Because to me, this is, it's not a personal ambition. For me, it's all about leadership. It's all about leadership for me. And, you know, when I die, I want to die empty. I want to die knowing that I gave everything.
And I want to leave a great legacy, my brother. You're going to leave a great legacy. Don't you worry about that.
And I want those who, I want all those who will come after us. I don't want them to go through the same. I don't want them to face the same stigma. We want to break the stigma. We don't want a continuity of the stigma. We want to break it. And the time is now. So thank you for accepting our invitation. I appreciate. And is there anything you may want to add?
Again, I'm gonna keep thanking you. That's all I'm gonna keep thanking you, man. I'm telling you, this platform is so needed, and it's gonna grow. It's gonna help so many people. I'm happy just to be a part, man. I feel like I did the godly thing today by jumping on this platform and by speaking out. And I'm a bit of an introvert myself, so I'm really taking myself out of that comfort zone today, and I feel great. Thanks to you, man. I really appreciate it. I really do. I really do.
Okay. I guess that's it from us and for this wonderful conversation. One thing with these videos, these are not just videos. We are out here speaking about addressing a condition that has brought us together. We have different experiences, but the way we deal with hyperhidrosis individually, it's different from each other. And
you're right. In fact, you just said it right there. The fact that we building a family off of a quote unquote condition that we all suffer from, a situation that we all can understand, and it's such a comforting feeling, man. Right there. I mean, with that condition that you would think will break so many people up from connecting with each other, the condition can actually connect us, get us that much closer, because can't nobody understand what we go through than the people that's actually going through it. So with all this discourse, we got a great course going on. You know, it's a connecting, it's a networking factor at the same time, and that's the great part about it. It really is. It really is. So thank you again, man.
Pass my love and greetings to your family, and in touch.
Yes, sir. I'll see you in Kenya real soon, my brother.
I'll be waiting. Hit me up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Enjoy the rest of your day, man, or rest of your evening. I know it's late over there, so go and get some rest, my brother.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.